Mic check 1 2 1 2. This is not financial advice. I just say a bunch of them, Miss Baby, because it's about to get hot in the kitchen. Family, make sure you talk to a licensed financial advisor in your area. Investing carries risk, but you got to risk it to get the biscuit. So let's see how we're going to get to the money this upcoming week. And happy Labor Day to everybody. I know you're working hard, and I'm trying to help you to get your money to work too. Let's look into one of them that we've been killing it, and it's ticker symbol OPEN. You can find us on Robinhood, Mumu, Webull, Fidelity, all of the investing apps. And I'm encouraging you to look into it deeply because this one has a catalyst coming up on September 17th, which I'll tell you exactly what that is, that could potentially make this one shake the entire market. This is a $3 billion company, and it's a $4.40 stock right now. So this means, like I told y'all in the past, you can't treat this like one of your Fortune 500 ETFs. You can't treat this like Microsoft. You can't treat this like Nvidia. When you get into a company that's small like this, you gotta watch it like a hawk, and you gotta pick a stop loss before you even buy it. For example, you get in at $4.40, you look at the chart, you see some support down there like 380, and you say, yo, if we break under that, I'm getting up out of this. I got my stop loss on, meaning it'll kick you out if it ain't going your way. So you don't gotta ride it down to 50 cents. But I'm not trying to scare you, I'm trying to prepare you. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Say it with me again, proper preparation prevents poor performance. Those are the 5 Ps. Let's look into this one. We got Open. I tell you all of the time, make sure you have better tools than other people. Download Mumu, because I know the people who have been killing it, and they've been showing me recently how having an edge. Put $100 on the app, get the free stocks while you over there. You might as well, and you're gonna be able to see this very easily. Look at this orange line as it's going down. Open is telling you that they expect to make less and less money in the upcoming 2 quarters compared to where they at right now at $1.5 billion. Then they expecting to make $400 million. Family, that's $1 billion drop in their revenue. That's crazy. But they didn't expect the catalyst that's coming around when they gave us these numbers. And this could shake the market up. When Wall Street is really pumping something, it's usually they didn't expect something to happen. So I'm not trying to tell you that what's gonna happen for sure, but I'm telling you that the catalyst is coming, so watch out for it. And this is how we've been making money on this one, rinsing and repeating on it at least twice. The catalyst is the Federal Reserve, aka the Fed, expects to cut rates September 17th, 2025. This is for interest rates. This is for loans, mortgages. Yeah, mortgages are what Open Door operates in online. So when the housing market is booming, that's when they booming and they making a lot of revenue because everybody's trying to sell houses and buy houses because the interest rates is making sense and people want to buy it more. So we're going to see on the 17th. So mark your calendar and let's see if they actually cut it by 0.25%. We know the Fed is pretty stubborn, but if it does happen, this is going to be the stock to watch. I want to give you the charts on it because I always tell you, like I said, the 5 Ps, and trade with the chart, not with your heart. Take your heart out of it, family, and look at the chart straight up. The charts are telling me the institution's been picking this one up more heavily, way more heavily, between $3 and $3.20. So if you were to get into something like that, I told you, you got to watch it like a hawk. You can't treat it like Microsoft. You got to say, if I get in at $3 or $3.20 and I'm trying to play this up to like $6 or $7, then I got to put a stop loss on like $2.80, $2.75, depending on your risk tolerance. But you got to do that even before you get into play. Know how you going to play it. I just gave you the whole play right here. And speaking of people who I'm helping out, who are learning the game and they actually listening real, I'm talking about immaculately. I want to give a shout out to somebody who really spoke to the family. This is Alberto Hernandez, and he said, Keenan, the Google and Nvidia calls, I'm up 40K in 3 months, but 17K this week. Shout out to my dog. Family, put 17 in the chat to show Alberto some love, because I believe if it can happen for him, it can happen for you, family. How do I know that? Because he's willing to put in the work, learn the skills that could pay the bills, and then it's really turning all the way up. I'm telling you, before the stock market, it was very rare to meet somebody who will even make $17,000 in a week. And now we running into them all of the time. So I actually encourage you to join KGU if the spots are available. I looked yesterday and it's September 1st already, and the spots are almost already completely full for the month. So I'm hiring more people so they could get you when you book a call so that you could get my trade alerts. So I want you to be able to join. But again, the calendar filling up like crazy, family. It's a blessing and an honor. I thank the Most High for this, and I say I hope to see you over there. If you want to get my trades, the link is in the top of the comment. But Alberto, he said he hit 150K in his profile this week. Love that, big dog. Love that. Everybody put a 17 in the chat for my dog. I want to put you up on a cheat code on one of these stocks that we've been in and out 2 times on already. This one is called Apploving. It's currently a $477 stock, but the cheat code on it is don't really think about the price of the stock. Think about how much it could jump when it does this one thing. And what is that? It's when it hits this 4-hour time frame, 200 EMA. Let me show you what I did when I found that out. We got into the play. I sent out the buy alerts. Like I said, you could get my trades, and we made 17% on the first one, real easy. This one took like 1 day. And then the next one, this one went up basically 21%, made another $400 on that one, and it was maybe in 2 days. Now, I say that to say this. Look at the 200 EMA. Right now, that's about $422. When Apploving comes back down to the 200 EMA, and this is going to be your homework for tonight. Go and look this up yourself. Use Mumu, Weibo, TradingView, whatever you have that you can look at a 4-hour time frame and turn on a 200 exponential moving average and look at what happens every time that Apploving hits that level. And this is how we were able to get in it once when it did that, and then get in it again when it did that, and then just ride the wave up. Whether it was a stock or the stock option, it was actually extremely easy. But you still have to use a stop loss, especially since we're coming up to the worst month in the stock market for the last 50 years, which is September. There's no guarantee that things are going to fall, but we know how Wall Street like to trick you and play games. So therefore, you got to be prepared for the games that they play. I want to show you a long-term one that is going to 250. In my humble opinion, from looking at the charts and looking at the fundamentals, especially looking at the fundamentals on this one, it's Apple, AAPL. Whether you holding Apple for a long term or just swing trading it, in my opinion, you can't do no wrong with this one. It's $230 right now, and a lot of the institutions are buying that at about $224. But I say this, if you want to get in Apple and ride the wave to 250, it's good to ride it from 230 to 250. But if you could get it even lower, near the 200s, and ride the wave to 250, then that's even better. So the lower it go, the better it's going to be. And this is why I told you the fundamentals on this one is nuts. So Apple, look at this orange line down here. They told us that they were expecting to make $89 billion in 3 months. Well, they didn't do it. They overdid it and made $94 billion in 3 months. And then they're telling us around Q4, they ain't expecting to make 90 billion or 80 billion. They're expecting to make $129 billion. Family, they're expecting their revenue to go up almost $40 billion in 3 single months. This is insane levels of money, but it makes sense when you think about what they have coming up. Apple just recently said that they got their Apple iPhone 17 event coming up, and you know how people are when these new iPhones come out, how the lines used to be wrapped around the block, but they're not even just getting it for the iPhones now. Now people want the iPads for the kids. Now people want the Apple Watches. I see more Apple Watches nowadays than ever, and I say that to say this. They're launching 8 new things, and let's check out what one of them is. That's the highlight, because people want to see if it's related to artificial intelligence. And it's the iPhone 17 Air. They're saying that this is going to be a larger plus size option, and a super thin iPhone 17 is going to have some cutting edge chip with it. But we want to see how this plays in artificial intelligence, because that's really the one thing that's keeping Apple back from going up and running up to being a $280 stock. Is just the artificial intelligence piece. They have not nailed it down yet. But since they didn't nail it down yet, that means the catalyst is ahead of us and not behind us. If it was behind us, we could have missed it. But since it's ahead of us, we didn't miss it yet. We want to see what's going on with this iPhone 17 Air. And then I want to put this last one on your radar, and it's APLD, which we've been killing it with this one. But this is one that could potentially go to like your $17 in the short term, if not even double, depending on the demand for artificial intelligence. But in my opinion, you would prefer to get this one closer to the $10 level. But since it's $15 right now, what we have been doing was knocking it out the park by doing a strategy called selling a put option, where we did that and then we up 54%. And I want to be able to teach you the game and show you how it's going, family. But if you can't do the heat, these hot stocks, stay out of the kitchen and consider investing in index funds. I want you to use the links in the top of the description if you want to support the channel and get some free stocks. Put $100 on Mumu, but I encourage you to put more so you could get really busy over there. And then if you want to get in KGU, check the calendar where it says get my trade, so you can book a call and we can see if anything's available, because I would love to have you as a part of the family. I'll see you in the next one, and take care.